Welcome to Little Bottles, Big Shifts, the ADHD wellness podcast for women. I'm Imelda, and each week I'll be bringing you bite-sized tips, real talk, and a dash of essential oil goodness to help you shift from frazzled to flourishing. So, let's get on with it, shall we? Enjoy the episode. Does anyone even use a wallet anymore? Because if you're ADHD, like me, it's probably stuffed with expired loyalty cards, old receipts, and maybe a rogue plaster. But never any actual cash. Anyway, today we're not really talking about wallets. We're talking about ADHD tax. That sneaky little extra cost that comes with having an ADHD brain. Sometimes it's money well spent because it saves our sanity. Other times, it's just money we've basically set fire to. So, let's get into it. So let's start with the good side. Yes, there is a good side. These are the things that technically cost more, but actually make our lives just that little bit easier. For me, HelloFresh is a perfect example. On paper, it's more expensive than your average food shop, but here's the thing, it means I actually cook. It means my kids actually eat the food that I cook. It means we don't end up defaulting to another game of freezer food bingo. So yes, it does cost a bit more per meal, but it saves me decision fatigue, it saves food waste, and it saves my mental energy. Totally worth it. The same goes for prepped veggies. Hello, frozen chopped onions and microwave rice. Neurotypical people might think, why don't you just chop the carrots yourself? But for those who know, sometimes the difference between dinner happening or not happening is a bag of pre-chopped veg. That extra £1.50 is basically buying myself executive function. Bargain really when you think about it. Even things like paying for delivery. Yes, it adds a few quid, but I'm not losing half a Saturday dragging myself around a supermarket or a DIY store. And I can actually use that time and energy for something else. Then there's the other side of ADHD tax. The bits that don't help us at all. They just drain our bank account. Subscriptions. That's a big one. Hands up if you've ever signed up for a free trial and then totally forgot to cancel it. Yep. I once realised I'd been paying for a meditation app I hadn't opened in 2 years. 2 years. Or buying planners, journals, stationery, all the gear for a brand new hobby you're currently obsessed with, and even online courses that we never actually log into. We start off with all the right good intentions, but by week 2, it's sitting in a drawer or sat on the side staring at us every time we walk past, making us feel even worse. Late fees, another classic. Forgetting to pay bills on time. Parking tickets because we meant to move the car but forgot. Library fines. These are another killer for me. I sign the kids up to the library, but I cannot keep on top of when the books are due back. It's really not ideal. And then there's double buying things because we've misplaced the original or forgot that we even had one in the first place. Phone chargers, makeup, scissors, the same book we bought 3 times because it looked interesting. That, my friend, is the ADHD tax in action. So how do we reduce the sting? Well, a few things that have worked for me. Calendar reminders to cancel subscriptions the day I sign up for them. A little rule of 1 in, 1 out with subscriptions. If I want to sign up to something new, I have to cancel something else. The 24-hour rule. If you see something that you have an overwhelming urge to buy, make a note of it, take a screenshot or a photo, and then wait for 24 hours. More often than not, that instant dopamine rush will have dissipated and will have moved on to something else. Setting up bills on direct debit so late fees are less likely, and honestly just accepting that some ADHD tax is unavoidable and budgeting for it. I literally have a line in my budget for silly online purchases. It's all about recognising that convenience isn't wasteful. If paying extra for prepped veg or meal kits means my family eats better and I have less stress, that's an investment in my mental health. That is good ADHD tax. So yes, ADHD tax is real. Sometimes it's saving us, sometimes it's stinging us. The trick is noticing the difference between money that buys us more ease and money that just leaks away because we forget, lost, or got distracted. As always, I'd love to hear your stories. What is the funniest or most frustrating ADHD tax you've paid? Come and share with me on Instagram or Facebook. I'll pop a post up so you can add your comments. Thank you so much for listening to this episode of Little Bottles, Big Shifts. I hope you found something within my ramblings helpful or inspiring. Remember, you're not alone on this journey. We're all navigating our own unique paths with ADHD, and sharing our stories can make all the difference. If you've enjoyed this episode, please consider subscribing so you never miss an update. It would also be amazing if you could spare a few minutes to leave a review. I'd love to hear your thoughts, questions, or topics you'd like me to cover. Also, feel free to connect with me on social media. And if you know of anyone who might find this podcast useful, please do share it with them. And more importantly, be gentle with yourself. Embrace your strengths, learn from your challenges, and remember, every step forward is progress, no matter how small. I look forward to sharing more insights and stories with you next time. Until then, take care and stay curious.